Morten Andersen, hallo, wie geht's?
Also sehr gut. Schöne Spiele diesem letzten Weekend. Also ganz, ganz toll.
Morten, I always wanted to ask you, why is your German so good? How did you learn that?
I learned it in school, actually. I studied it at Michigan State for a couple of years. Also in Denmark, I'm from Denmark. And I have really good friends in München. So I've been visiting them over the years. So you learn good, when you sit in a beer garden, you learn a lot of German.
What is your German word, your favorite German word?
Oh, Spaß or Tschüss or Toll oder Spitze der Tabelle, yeah?
Spitze der Tabelle, yeah, that's pretty funny. That's mainly for soccer, especially, yeah.
That's right.
Do you have any German NFL players you can talk about, or do you have a favorite German NFL player all time you can remember?
I don't remember his name, but I was covering NFL Europe. We were covering the Frankfurt team and also the Hamburg team. This was back when there was NFL Europe. There were a couple of good players. I forget their names. It was a lineman, an offensive lineman. He actually played. He was on the practice squad in the NFL for a couple of years, and then I don't think much happened. But we have a couple of Danish guys out there that are also on practice squad. It's very difficult, isn't it, to break in?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of talent in Germany. There's, that is one of the countries that is absolutely at the forefront of American football as far as on the club level. Yeah. And I think the quality is pretty good now. It's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, and the big NFL community as well. So a lot of NFL fans in Germany, especially over the last couple of weeks, this community was really growing. So Morten, let's talk about last weekend, the divisional playoffs. I mean, some crazy upsets. What was the biggest surprise for you?
I think the game, I love Burrows in Cincinnati going to Tennessee and winning. I had predicted that. So they were all very good games, very, very close games. And as I tweeted out on at Great Dane 2544, the kicker was so paramount and so important in all these games. You have the visiting team, you have Matt Gay winning the game for the Rams in Tampa Bay. You had Evan McPherson absolutely balling, 2 over 50, a 52-yard field goal to win it in Tennessee. And then you had Robbie Gould, the old man in Green Bay in the snow, 45 yards from the right hash, winning the game for the 49ers. And then you had last night, you had Butker having to put a 49-yard field goal through the pipes to send it into overtime. Crazy, crazy games. But it just proved to me, once again, that the kicker is one of the most important positions on the football team. It's undeniable. And if yesterday wasn't if this weekend wasn't a testimony to that, I don't know what is. So let's give some applause, some bravo to the kickers, shall we?
That's perfect. Morten, let's talk about the kickers a little bit more. You've experienced those decisive moments yourself when you have to kick a game-winning field goal or when the season is on the line. How does it feel, especially if we're looking at Evan McPherson as a rookie who has his first playoff games? Describe the feeling you can remember.
Well, he's really playing at a very high level for a young guy. Usually when you're that young, the moment sometimes will overwhelm you. But that's not been the case with Evan. He's had an outstanding regular season, and he's playing at a very, very high level right now. It doesn't seem like the moment bothers him. What I usually look for in these guys, it's the eyes. You can see it in the eyes, whether there's fear or if he's comfortable and confident. And when I looked at Evan McPherson the other day, he looked very confident and sort of resolved that he was gonna get the job done. I didn't see fear. I didn't see his eyes flickering and searching. He looked very, very concentrated, very focused. And so that's the first thing I look for. It's a wonderful feeling, guys, to be in that position, to have an opportunity to win the game for your team. And then once it happens, you get this hot feeling flowing through you, you know, of adrenaline. It's very hard to describe. There's nothing that I have found since I retired that even comes remotely close. I mean, sinking a big birdie putt is, of course, fun. But
I know.
nothing that rivals standing in front of 80,000 people and millions on the television and winning the game in a playoff game. It's surreal. It's an out-of-body experience.
Are you gonna talk about the topic of the kickers in your podcast as well, or what's the plan this week?
We will. We're actually recording tomorrow, and our guest is going to be Ed Reed this weekend. So Ed Reed was a defensive safety for the Baltimore Ravens, and then tomorrow I'm actually interviewing Eli Manning. So he's going to run during the Super Bowl week. Of course, we're going to talk Super Bowl with Eli, and so it's a big week for me. And then we have Steve Tasker on Thursday interviewing him. So a big week for Great Dane Nation for sure.
Yeah, and great names. So we're always happy to promote that. So
thank you. Yes.
If you wanna see more.
And by the way, you will have a Saints jersey. I just mailed it out Friday.
Oh, we're excited. Yeah. Hopefully it arrives before the Super Bowl, but we're excited and we're looking forward to
this. Should be getting it for our last broadcast together, so you should be able to display it, I hope. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for this. So we're always happy to promote Great Dane Nation on YouTube /Vegas Insider TV. So be sure to check that out and spread it out in our German community, Morten.
Thank you so much.